you know, a hero never chooses his destiny. Destiny chooses him or her. I was really passionate about joining the Forge, you know, the army. You know, my school education was entirely modeled on that career, joining the NDA and then IMA. But things didn't happen that way. So after that, I said, okay, what next?
तो आपके अंदर वो जो एक फाइनेंस का जो लव था वो अभी भी है?
बहुत
हाँ?
बहुत मतलब मैं सबसे मजाक में कहता रहता हूँ कि आई एम द डिफैक्टो वेल्थ एडवाइजर फॉर द फैमिली. कुछ फायदा नहीं हुआ है उनका, बट नुकसान भी नहीं हुआ है.
सेल्स और मार्केटिंग बड़े अच्छे दोस्त भी होते हैं और नहीं भी होते हैं. मतलब इट्स लाइक दैट बिकॉज यू हैव स्पेंट रीजनेबल अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम एंड यू स्टिल डू एक्चुअली working with sales. So how do you deal with this whole thing of getting alignment from sales?
Sales was never a function. Sales is an activity. Sales is what happens after a lot of things have happened.
In IBM, you were leading a 40-member team. So how would you define your leadership style?
I try to be as transparent I can from the onset.
As a boss, do you consider yourself as somebody who's very strict? Or do you consider yourself as somebody who's very democratic? Or do you consider yourself as somebody who's very chilled out?
Like I said, situational. I'm very chilled out when we are out of the office. I'm, I think, very strict when I'm looking at numbers.
In your entire career, which is still on, over 21 years, right? You've worked with the Indian market, you've worked with North American, European, Middle East, APAC in general, fairly wide spectrum of geographies that you've dealt with. जिसका मतलब ये भी है कि आपने काफ़ी आपके बॉसेस जो हैं वो अलग अलग देशों से रहे होंगे, राइट? अलग कल्चरल बैकग्राउंड्स एंड ऑल दैट. तो ये मेरा बड़ा क्यूरियोसिटी क्वेश्चन है एक्चुअली कि आप एक इंडियन बॉस और एक वेस्टर्न बॉस, लेट मी पुट इट दिस वे, राइट, में क्या फ़र्क है? पहला, ठीक है, और दूसरा किसके साथ काम करके ज़्यादा मज़ा आता है?
I'm just thinking if you draw a 2 by 2, right, and India and foreign, and so I have worked with all 4 quadrants. So Indian boss in India, Indian boss in a foreign country, foreigner boss in India, and foreigner boss in a foreign country.
Acha.
Right. So I have yeah. So it's a very funny thing. Okay. So I have found the foreign bosses who are sitting even either in India or outside India very particular about their choice of words when they are communicating to their Indian team members. And I'll give you a anecdote.
I would want you to elaborate.
So this was again a great boss I had, Kevin Condren, in IBM. And he told me that, Vivek, the difference between India and West is that if I say, like you are my Indian colleague, if I say I challenge you, right, you will be offended. Because here the challenge, the connotation of challenge is very different. Even though I'm trying to tell you that, you can do much better, right? And why don't we find another way, right? It's a challenge, overcome it. But it will be like, oh, I've been challenged, maybe I'm not right, maybe my thinking is right, I'm not doing good work. I mean, people just go in a
different direction.
That is very easy for me to tell my US teammate, hey, I challenge you to change this or get better than this because my theory is this. At least I found them to be much more accommodative to Indian nuances and Indian cultures, which I don't see an Indian boss sees because they are from India. Because they just tell you directly, like how we are. हम लोग बात करें नहीं यार, ये अच्छा नहीं है यार, तुम इसको दोबारा बना के लाओ, और हम लोगों को शायद वो उतना बुरा नहीं लगेगा या हमें वो नहीं लगेगा. लेकिन अगर वही चीज कोई foreign boss in a different language बोल दे, it becomes, oh, maybe I'm not doing good. Maybe I should look for a new job, or I've been criticized.
True.
Something like that. So I think that is the difference. They are much more sensitive to how the words will land.
बट मैं आपको एक अपना किस्सा सुनाता हूँ इसमें. आई हैड अमेरिकन बॉस. एक कुछ वक्त ऐसा आया मेरे कॉर्पोरेट करियर में जब मुझे कहा गया कि ये फलाना आदमी जो आपकी टीम में है ये ठीक नहीं कर रहा, तो मतलब आप इसे, वी कांट कंटिन्यू. अब इंडिया में कल्चरली ये बड़ी अजीब सी चीज़ हो जाती है. आई डोंट रिमेंबर एनी पर्सन हुज हैड दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन विद अ रिपोर्टी एंड दैट कॉन्वर्सेशन हैज़ गॉन वेल. ऐसा कभी होता नहीं है. देयर विल बी बैड ब्लड एट द एंड ऑफ इट, ऐसा ही होता है। मेरे को कहा कि भाई तुम जो है बुला के बोलो, और मैं बड़ा कश्मकश में, क्योंकि मैंने तो कभी ऐसा कहा नहीं किसी को। तो he told me that no, why is it such a big deal? I was fired when I was whatever. I have fired 10 people and all of them are my friends today. I tell them what is the reason. You go tell them. तो अब मैं कह रहा हूँ कि asking somebody like this, nobody will ever see rational logic in this, right?
Correct.
तो ये cultural difference जो है वो obviously और strong होता जाता है जब वो difficult conversations आती हैं. To your point, right? Like you said, an American boss would say a simplest of things in a more, or a difficult most thing in a very direct way,
Yeah.
which sometimes is very difficult to absorb.
Yeah. So I think again वहाँ पे क्या है ना, I think ये again taking cue from what you said, maybe they are very particular कि okay, if it's an operational thing, it has to be run in a templated way. And this is the template that, say in the instance that you're talking about, HR has given me, I will follow this template.
Correct.
हम लोग क्या होता है, मसाला मार के उसमें करने लगते हैं, यार मुझे पता है. The person gets more agitated. When you knew, why are you doing this? So empathy becomes our enemy. They can do that at scale, not that it is good, because they follow the template. Okay, this I am here. That's why situational leadership, right? I am in this situation, and this is the leadership trait that I need to show. So they are like that.
So आसान कौन है?
आसान तो किसी के लिए नहीं है, honestly.
नहीं, but bosses कौन से आसान?
आसान बहुत सब.
अब आप एक वो ऐसा वाला जवाब दे दो, politically correct वाला, कि वो भी अच्छा और वो भी अच्छा नहीं, but फिर भी.
I think boss वो सही रहता है जो who is sitting in the market where you are operating in.
Correct. I agree.
Right. I think more than right or wrong, I think if I'm operating from India and my market is US and my boss is also in India, there is a bit of a gap in what we see. And that leads to tension. No one is wrong or right. But if you have a very small team and your boss sitting in the market, I think that changes a lot of things. It gives you a lot of perspective because he or she will get a lot of first-hand information from customers, feedback, which they will pass on. I mean, either both of you should be in the market or at least one of you should be in the market. And then you need to trust the one who is in the market. These global kind of jobs, now this is a gap where I operate from India, but my market is West. That's why there is a lot of, at least in the sector we operate in, there is a lot of support to travel to events, meet the customers, because you need to get to understand them.
Perfect. So tell me a little. Now let's come to Syngene, right? Your current organization.
Okay.
Tell me a little about the organization. What does it do? Where does it operate and stuff?
So Syngene International is a 30-year-old organization. It was founded by Kiran Majumdar-Shaw ma'am, who's obviously the chairperson of Biocon. Syngene operates in contract research, development, manufacturing, which is we do end-to-end of discovering a drug molecule, testing it, and then making it commercially available in the markets that we operate in. We have more than 400 customers for our end-to-end operations. We have offices in Bangalore and in the US. We have business development teams spread across the world because, like I said, we are a globally facing enterprise. We have more than 5,500 scientists. We have our own labs. We have all the infrastructure facilities to work from scale of having one scientist to commercial manufacturing of drugs. It's a very highly regulated sector because we operate as an Indian company but in foreign markets. So we have to comply with regulations of both the places. Very different kind of functions over here, like government affairs, communications, because their whole focus is a lot on maintaining relationships with the governments of the countries that we operate in. It's a very hot sector in India and the world right now because there are a lot of macro and micro economic factors that are affecting the availability of medicines. And India is a great beneficiary of that.
Okay. Like you said, it's a very controlled sector and it's involved in developing drugs which will eventually cure people. So as a marketeer, for you, right? And in this sector and in such a, what should I say, sensitive sort of space, as a marketeer, does it put additional pressure on you? या आपको extra responsibility लगने लग जाती है? या आप ज़्यादा fearful होते हो कोई चीज़ करने से पहले?
Yeah.
ऐसा कुछ होता है?
देखिए, I mean, for any marketer, it is prudent to be cautious. आप एक पार्ले जी को मार्केट आप कर रहे हो, you have to be absolutely sure what it's talking about. It is fully safe, FSSAI approved, all that seals, ISI, that packaging is there, right? It's not very dissimilar than that. I mean, maybe I'm oversimplifying, but we avoid statements where we claim certain things, right? That we do this. Because science is science, right? It just, it's a process. It is known. It's not that much of a pressure. But again, we try to double check. We do actually double check, triple check whatever content is going out. It is double checked with SMEs. That all the language, all the numbers are correct. The geographies where we operate are kind of listed, and it made sure that it is relevant to there. I mean, because it's Europe and US also, it's very different what you talk about over there, right? Because very small thing like testing of drugs, it's very important. But again, every country has a very different barometer for that. So to answer your question in a nutshell, it's not a lot of like pressure, but yeah, we have to be like safety first kind of approach. Okay, one message will not go, it's okay. I mean, we have worked on it, but that's fine.
Right.
But we have to make sure that the brand is not in any way seen in a very different light than what it is supposed to be seen.
So, see, marketing is always about breaking barriers, coming up with things which are out of the box. Let's not do the same thing that we've been doing for years, right? We want to, वो सब होता है ना, you know all that story, right? कि अब हम ट्रांसफॉर्म करेंगे, हम ये करेंगे, मतलब इस तरह की चीज़ है. The domain that you operate in, right? जैसे आपने बताया अभी, तो कभी आपको ऐसा लगता है कि यार ये थोड़ा सा हमारा जो इनोवेशन और ये है थोड़ा सा रिस्ट्रिक्ट हो जाता है क्योंकि वो दायरे से बाहर नहीं जा सकते जस्ट बिकॉज द काइंड ऑफ बिजनेस यू आर इनटू, तो कुछ ऐसा लगता है? डज दैट रिड्यूस यू?
So when I joined this company, right, it was yes, marketing is a function. Okay, we maintain the website, and
right,
that's it, right? So then I met a few scientists, right, and what is common between science and marketing? Data, right? So I didn't talk about what we do. I spoke about what happens. Right. So I met someone, say, from one of the domains, and I said, your page views has these many, and they came through this, and they were like, oh, you can establish this, establish that. Okay, how can we do better, right? So they got interested in doing that. Let's do this better. We have so many scientists. We have such a wealth of knowledge of science. Let's do those kind of content more, right? We also have to see where we are and where we want to be.
Correct.
I would want to do so many things, right? I'm Super Bowl ad, but I have to be realistic that okay, maybe it is 3 years down the line.
Correct.
For me. So what I can do today. But I didn't feel that innovation, में हमें कोई रोक रहा है या creative thinking में कोई है. We've tried a lot of things. A lot of things have landed very well. Really appreciated, because the advantage we had probably was that we showed the company or probably some of our salespeople what they were not seeing earlier. Then this can also happen with the same team, with the same kind of resources. So I think that helped.
Okay. आपको 2 decades से ऊपर, you've been in the industry, you've been in the leadership role for so long, right? You are leading the marketing at Syngene at this point in time. A lot of people aspire to be here, right? As in, जैसे फौज में कहते हैं कि आप जहाँ भी भर्ती हो आप जनरल बनना चाहते हो, that's your eventual, the height of it. Now there could be a debate on the fact कि अच्छा आप head of marketing किस साइज़ की ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के हो, वो एक अलग कहानी है, उसे छोड़ देते हैं. But a head of marketing is a head of marketing and carries a similar weight wherever he is, right? So with that context, the folks that you meet today, the Gen X's and the new age folks, right, who are built very differently than you and me, right? हमारा अलग approach है, उनका अलग है, right? And people who are in marketing sphere today and obviously want to hang their boots where you are today, right? At that position.
Yeah.
तो अगर आपको उन्हें कोई 3 चीज़ें बतानी हो कि भाई ये 3 चीज़ें तुम, मतलब शॉर्ट सक्सेस तो नहीं है, बट आपके अभी तक के रास्ते का पर्ल्स ऑफ विजडम जिसे कहते हैं, तो वो क्या 3 चीज़ें आप उन्हें बताना चाहोगे?
We'll come to the answer, but अब तो I think I was seeing एक B2B SaaS company में head of marketing 6+ years of experience.
मैंने भी देखा था.
मतलब degree doesn't matter. And I'm without any disrespect, I'm saying this. But I think that companies, the new age companies, obviously have started to model the role as per their requirement, right? So that they might have only one person or maybe 2 or 3 member marketing team, and they would want them to do only, say, demand generation. It is a head of marketing role, but your remit is not of head of. I mean, ideal head of marketing. Your remit is
Yeah.
demand generation
Correct.
or drive growth.
Right.
One is very important. That do you want the title or do you want the job? Both are very different things.
अच्छा.
So they have to be extremely clear कि it can be a pathway, but अब जैसे it may happen that if this person who takes up this job is giving an interview 2 years down the line, and all they get are offers as head of demand generation or head of ABM. So then they will think, अरे यार मैं तो CMO या head of marketing हूँ, ये तो title मेरे लिए climb down है.
हाँ.
So you have to be very, where is the trade-off? So trade-off के बारे में clear होना is very important. So that is
Number one
thing, right? कि you should, is it the title or the job?
Job. Correct.
Right?
Correct.
You have to be really clear. The second is that you have to be at least a reliable expert in one domain. At least one. कि जिसके बारे में आप 75 to 80% of the ground you can cover. It may be that 20% is very new tech. आप tech savvy नहीं हो, जैसे I'm not very tech savvy. I talk to people sometimes, but I think I am very reliably clear on the demand gen basics because I've come from sales. तो मुझे पता है कि how things will move and how it will be looked upon, how data is read. So you have to be very reliable expert in one of the things.
ठीक है.
Right? And that comes from practice, experience, education, training, and application.
Right.
And the third thing is that people don't experiment a lot in marketing. And by experiment, I don't mean A/B testing. कर लो, 2 landing page बना दो, वो कर दो. They just don't compare ideas also. कि अच्छा इसको अगर इस तरह करेंगे, so how it will be. I think the breadth of work or the organizational demand is taking bandwidth away from this brainstorming or that chintan that you got chintan about a certain thing कि नहीं यार ये चीज अगर इस तरह होनी है, that has become very less. So that's why we want to brainstorm with kite flyers, okay, how things will be. But I think that should form a much bigger part of a marketer's repertoire today, which it is not. And I am seeing this, a lot of places. With Gen AI tools, I think it is becoming really good. So आप उसको prompt देते रहो and it will throw up something. Right. But after a point, because you don't know what is right or wrong, fatigue will set in. And then I think you leave it at that rather than experimenting with that. So I believe that is something that is kind of going.
बहुत अच्छी बात आपने बताई. अब मैं इसी में आपसे पूछ लेता हूँ, इसी में ही सवाल. आपने कहा reliable expert in one domain, है ना? You of course are now managing multiple domains. तो आप किस domain के reliable expert हो आपके हिसाब से?
I think demand generation slash revenue marketing जो भी आप कह लो.
Why do you say that?
I think revenue and pipeline. It is. I do not have a lead dashboard. I have a revenue and pipeline dashboard because I sit on commercial calls where salespeople talk about business closure. They talk about challenges, right? And I think I know pretty much the tools. I experiment on that side a lot. Okay, what gives you clarity? What gives you visibility? How can you? I don't talk about attribution because end of the day, if it is good, sales अपने आप ही will talk about you. But I think demand generation is something that I've worked from a small scale to an ABM kind of level. So I've done it for every scale. I mean, conceptually, putting plans in place, identifying new channels, merging channels. So okay, building lead management systems. That was one of the things that I really enjoyed at Indegene, because we were required to build a lead management system. What happens when a lead comes from any source and how does it end up to the sales person?
Okay.
So yeah, those kind, and it is very visible. There is no debate about whether fudged or not fudged. It's clear to everyone. You can open it up and talk to people. So yeah, brand and all gets slightly more I mean, to salespeople, yes, they do understand that, but end of the day, they will think it's your job.
And both very interesting. Now that we are coming to the end of our conversation, which I thoroughly enjoyed, as you know, हमारे show का नाम is Marketing Masala Market. So we concluded with a masala question at the end. So I have thought of something for you, and this again stems from your passion towards cricket. You are a die-hard cricket fan. I think
Was.
still is. I mean, fan is always a fan, right? And I'm sure today also there are, and back then when we used to play, there
Yeah.
were you know, again, your love for finance and passion for numbers used to reflect in those conversations also, right? वो भी होता था. मैं उधर नहीं जाऊँगा, but my question to you is, if you were given a choice to be part of one Indian cricket team, कोई भी एक, किसी भी era की Indian cricket team,
Okay.
which one would you? I mean, there are different captains, right?
Yeah.
Which cricket team would you like to be a part of as a player, not as a captain?
So, okay, I'm a bit of a purist in these things, as you know, right? So, my answer will not be probably even, people won't even recollect, but I would love to play under Mansoor Ali Khan Pataudy,
Okay.
right? And whatever I have seen and read has led that to an answer, to that answer. And I think he was extremely savvy captain at that point of time, Western educated person leading an Indian cricket team. And if you look at an organization like in India today, it is exactly like that, right? There are, people who have worked in companies like us in IBM and in Dell's, and now we are leading, probably some teams in organization in Indian companies, right? So one is that because I can recall, okay, how he would be explaining to his team members what is needed, what is to be done. Second is that that aura that he had. I mean, again, I have just read about it from his colleagues and teammates and the way he stood for them. And the third thing is that he was very decisive. If he had made up his mind that he is going to do this, there was no way that he would do something, whatever come what may. And that too after having probably 2-3 cigarettes on the sideline, because at that time it was allowed that you can take a break in lunch or tea, you can get a smoke. So there's a story that he used to just smoke and come back and lastly, obviously, because of his mental toughness, losing one eye, still batting fast bowlers without helmet at that point of time. But that is Indian, yeah. If I may extend the answer,
Sure,
the
please.
captain I would want to play under would be Steve Waugh.
Acha. And
Because
why is that?
imagine the team he was managing. Hayden, Langer, Mark Waugh, his brother, Damian Martin, all the way down to Shane Warne, Ian Healy, Glenn McGraw. I mean, legends in one team. How tough it would be. I mean, it would be a nightmare just to go and show up every day. Because everyone would be like, तूने क्या किया? And this is how our cricket is, right? कप्तान महान हो जाता है, as you say. तो मैं सोचता हूँ कि जब वो उठता होगा, कहता होगा यार आज मैं क्या करूँ कि ये लोग मेरी बात मान लें, right? और घर पे ही competition. He was dropped to include Mark Waugh because of a poor run of form at one point of time.
Right.
Shane Warne, like a maverick that he was, किसी की बात नहीं सुननी, अपने मन की करेंगे. Langer तो 1.5 times his size. That's another thing, and he's treasures of Australia. Steve Waugh is an official treasure of Australia because of his accomplishments on the cricket field. But leading that kind of team, I mean, that would be some side to play under that captain.
Wonderful. Perfect. Thank you so much. I think
Thank
it
you,
was
Ratish.
a wonderful conversation.
As
So
always.
much to listen to, so much to learn from, and so much to imbibe, as a marketer, fellow marketer. So thank you for taking out time. Thank you for
you,
walking
Ratish.
us through
Thank you.
your career and the incredible work that you do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. What an insightful conversation. Things around leadership, stakeholder management, and marketing as a whole were very, very insightful. My favorite part of the conversation was actually alignment between sales and marketing and how it is treated in the modern world. What was yours? Do drop in the comment box. Do not forget to subscribe our channel, and I will see you again very soon.